So I'm going to deal with the second part of African dance. Okay, so I'll do the left hand first, just before, I've got bar numbers here, so just before bar 9 in bar 8, you finish off bar 8 with 2 quavers and a crotchet, A, G, F, and then you arrive on the F, which I think is where I suggested you stop. Okay, so I'm going to go from there because it's part of a melody there, so I don't want to just start on that F, I want to go just before that. And that same group of notes is repeated again, and then almost repeated but down an octave. So left hand starting from there, 2 beats on the F, then you repeat that again. But this time in bar 10, you need to move the thumb to the F, it says so on the music, so that you can move down the keyboard. So your third finger's on A. Okay, then the second finger should be in place or there to be able to play. That's a B flat in bar 11. Okay, now we've got a bit of complicated timing here because you've got ties in both hands, and the counting is written in the music, so I'm going to count all that, following it very carefully. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and I arrive on very low F. So no, I'm not covering up my hand, that's all right. So it's 1 and 2 and wait for 3 and 4 and 1. And again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, it's easier when it's faster. Okay, but slower, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So count all the ones and the ands and everything, and make sure the A goes on that and beat there, and the G on the 4. Okay, so let's do all that left hand again from the end of the second line. That's bar 8, just at the end. So bar 9, 2 beats. Bar 10, play with the thumb, go down to A, staccato, then B flat, A, G, F, B flat, A, G, F. So try and feel the offbeat if you can there. All right, then the last line, my hand's coming back up again, and this is the first chord that you played in the music, but this time it's not a staccato chord, it's a semi-breve. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next chord is again the same as the beginning chord. All right, now this is the same as that but an octave higher. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just finish on a chord F and C. So those last 2 bars, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. I'll just clap that rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So just go over and over that rhythm a few times. So that's the left hand. Now the right hand, you finished on F, A, C chord in bar 7. All right, with 1, 2 and 4. Now you have got to shift here, so it takes a little bit of practice to find this next chord in bar 9. It's a bit awkward because you've got to put your thumb on the black key, which we try to avoid, but sometimes you can't avoid it. All right, so B flat is the bottom note, that's your key signature note, with a thumb, D with a 3, F with a 5. So you might just want to look at the keyboard and try and memorize that chord in bar 7 and memorize the chord in bar 9. So you memorize that 3-note chord and that 3-note chord. Unfortunately, the fingers are not the same grouping. All right, so starting in bar 9 then, 4-beat note on that chord. Now the next one is not too difficult to find. The 5 stays on the F. The 2 should be on middle C, which is the middle note there. So the thumb just needs to come off of the black key onto A, which is the bottom note. So that's A, C, F. Okay, then you've got those same 2 chords again, but using this rhythm. So they do jump quite quick. 1, stopping. I'm not doing that end bit there. I'm just stopping on that chord. So the same combination of those chord changes, but in the rhythm that we did the right hand, the left hand in. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. So that will take some practice. Then you've got to move right up here to the third finger to A. Bar 13, that's F, and you repeat that again. But this time you're going up an octave, okay? Then come back again to the third finger. It's not written there, so I might write that in. Okay, and let's just look at this last 2 bars. F and D, that's 6 notes apart with 1 and 5. Then F and C, so the fourth finger, just use that. Then F and B flat with a 3, and finish on F and A. So let's just put some fingering in here. These A's are all 3s, so put that in. Let's put 3 on that B flat and 2 and 1 on that last chord. So I put 3s there, and then the fingerings there. Anyway, the thumbs are all the underneath note, the F, but just add the 3 and the 2 on those last 2 there, okay? So let's play the right hand, but again, like the left hand, I'm going to start just before bar 13 at the end of bar 12 with those, with those 3 little notes. Starting on A, bar 13, up an octave to F, then back to the A again, then F and D, F and C, F and B flat, F and A. And that rhythm again is a repeat of that same rhythm we've been doing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, now I'm joining them, but I think when you play them with both hands, I think you naturally put breaks between them, which is fine. So I'm going to play both hands now. I'm going to take it, as I say, with the left hand starting just at the end of bar 8. I'm going to get my right hand in place for the chord in bar 9. Here we go. So bar 9 to bar 10, the thumb here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. Then the right hand, oh, I shouldn't have let go of that left hand F. Let's just do that again. So keep that down, move the right hand. Then you've got to move the left hand all the way up. So that's, will take some practice. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. Okay. So yeah, so that left hand from bar 12, 2, 3, 4. That's quite a leap up to there. So that will take some practice. And again, some of it is about memorising the pattern or where you are on the keyboard. You do have to look at the keyboard to do a jump like that, so you need to memorise it on the keyboard. I didn't do breaks, but these 2 bars here, I don't know why I didn't it joined up, because I think it works just as well with separating it all. Emphasises the rhythm a little bit. Whoops. Yeah, so don't worry about trying to do joins in those bars, just separate everything out.